Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me again. It's Clayton. I just got to see The Jungle Book recently. And if you're wondering why I'm in a new location, since this film takes place in the jungle, I felt that it was only natural to take place, for my review to take place in not a jungle, but a place that's close to it. So, how did I feel about the film? Well, let's just say that despite the fact that I have mixed feelings towards Disney's live-action reboots, this film is not only better than Maleficent, Cinderella, and Alice in Wonderland combined. I believe it's the best Jon Favreau film and the best adaptation of The Jungle Book ever, period. Well, let's get into my review. I'm sure you know the story. A man-cub named Mowgli, played by Neil Sethi, lives in the jungle with a pack of wolves, mainly with the pack's leader Aquila, played by Giancarlo Esposito, and Raksha, played by Lupita Nyong'o. However, when the evil Shere Khan enters and declares that he wants the man-cub gone before he kills him, Shere Khan, the tiger, played by Idris Elba, it's eventually decided that the man-cub Mowgli must travel back to the man village that he with the Black Panther that brought him to the jungle to begin with. The Black Panther Bagheera, played by Ben Kingsley. And along their journey back to the man village, Mowgli comes across many interesting characters, including the fun-loving bear Baloo, played by Bill Murray, the hypnotic snake Kaa, played by Scarlett Johansson, and King Louie, the Gigantopithecus, played by Christopher Walken. Now, what did I like about this film? Well, it feels like an amalgam of the original Rudyard Kipling novel and the 1967 animated version. Like, it took the darker aspects from that novel, and it took the excellent music and the comedic moments from the Disney animated film to make a film that strikes the perfect balance between dark action and well-done comedy and musical numbers. Not only that, but the voice acting's utterly brilliant. Bill Murray brings his signature style of comedy to Baloo. It works perfectly. Idris Elba is very frightening as Shere Khan, and he brings a character that was reasonably frightening in the original animated version into someone who's downright terrifying in this film, making for a brilliant villain. Christopher Walken seemed like a weird choice to play King Louie, but after seeing him in this film, I must say, the Gigantopithecus couldn't have been voiced by anyone better. Not even Louis Prima. We'll always have the Louis Prima version of King Louie, but I like this one more. And surprisingly, the wolves have a much bigger role in this film than they did in the original 1967 animated one. Especially Raksha, played by Lupita Nyong'o. She's the heart of the film, and she actually happens to portray Raksha as the mother I have, actually, pretty much. One who's very caring and very noble, and one who doesn't want to let go of her son, but also one who's a fierce fighter when she needs to protect him. It's an excellent performance, and Lupita Nyong'o should be very proud of herself. My only problem is that some of the characters feel like they're underutilized. Giancarlo Esposito does a good job as Aquila, but he's only given around 7 to 8 lines before he never appears again. I'm not going to spoil anything, but if you've seen the film, you know what I mean. And Scarlett Johansson as Kaa, despite the fact that she has one good scene in the film, that's the only scene that she's given, and she never appears again after she's done hypnotizing Mowgli and attempting to eat him. I would have preferred to see more out of her. Though, to be fair, she is in the credits. You do get to hear her sing. I'm not going to spoil. It's the end credit scene. So basically, the end credit scene's absolutely brilliant. So I wouldn't say after the credits because there is no after credit scene, but the end credit scene itself has all 3 of the most well-known songs from the original Jungle Book, sung by Bill Murray, Christopher Walken, and Scarlett Johansson. From the cool-sounding Bare Necessities to the upbeat I Want to Be Like You, to the downright hypnotic Trust in Me, the songs are done in a way that's brilliant. The action sequences, They're brutal. They're fast. They're full of action that you wouldn't really expect, and it fits well with the tone that this film sets. This film's tone is much darker and a bit scarier than the original animated version, but it works very well to its advantage. And overall, I think I like this one more than the original 1967 animated version, even though both of them are rather loosely based on Rudyard Kipling's novel. And last thing I need to point out is the CGI. I was sort of scared that this film would be reliant on its CGI to the point where it would look so fake that it's absolutely repulsive. But if you never told me that all of the environments and all the animals were computer generated, I never would have guessed. It looks so good that I haven't seen a triumph done with CGI animation since James Cameron's Avatar. It's that amazing. Lastly, the message of the film, the message of being yourself and being all that you can be without having a label thrust upon you, is actually a very strong message, and it's handled well through Mowgli. Mowgli in this film is much more resourceful than the one in the animated film, whereas the one in the animated film seemed pretty whiny and one who was not a survivalist by any means. This Mowgli, played by Neil Sethi, who by the way did an incredible job, is much more resourceful, and he's able to craft tools and think of situations outside the box that help him survive in the jungle. Reminds me of when I played Far Cry Primal. So, with incredible visual effects, excellent voice acting, and possibly the best reinterpretation of the original story, I give The Jungle Book a 9 out of 10. Utterly brilliant in every way with very little that wasn't good. Welcome to the jungle. We have fun and games.